Welcome, race fans, to race number 9 for Lightning Esports Xfinity Series. I've got one of my, well, just talk for a second. I got one of my things blasting in my ear.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're live. Sorry.
Beautiful.
All right, I'm back. I can hear everything now. So sorry, sorry, race fans. We're live. Welcome to race number 9 for Lightning Esports here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Lightning Wraps 80 lap showdown. This is round 1 of our playoff bracket, and tonight we're going to be having a great show as these drivers try to solidify what's going down for the playoffs. So 11 drivers made it through the playoffs, and 7 are going to advance tonight with 1 wild card position. So I'm super excited about that. I'm one of your hosts tonight, Robert Warrens. I got my co-host William Ridgway in the booth. Will, give a shout out to the people because we had a horrible kickoff.
You'll get it one day. You'll get it one day. How's it going? I'm ready for tonight, end of round 1, and see who advances.
So just looking at our playoff points, they're stacked up with how they finished. Kahn and Adamson finished 1 and 2 last week. Phillips wasn't too far behind, but Burke wasn't able to make the show. So all these drivers are still pretty much in contention, and they can fall right out of the catbird seat quite easily in one of those top 7 positions.
I like how you're implementing catbird seat into the broadcast more and more. I'm going to take full credit for that. So good to hear.
So up on our pole position tonight is we're looking like we got Craig, who's TQ'd for tonight. On our pole position outside is Reynolds, Shu P3, Shearer P4, Adamson P5, Latrell P6, Henry P7, Kahn P8, Burt P9, Warrens, Nez P10, Phillips 11th, Throttle, P12, Rideout 13th, and Ledford 14th. We've got a small field tonight, so expecting some race action for the playoffs. And I don't know, Will, do you got any predictions tonight for our 80 laps?
I'm kind of surprised Kahn qualified 8th. So it'll be fun to see him kind of come through the field if he's able to do so. We see Craig up there every week. He's a contender every time we get on the track. So pace car pulling in. They're getting ready for the green. Coming to the restart zone. And they are green. Reynolds got a great start there.
Good battle going down into turn 1, but you're absolutely right. Reynolds is able to clear Craig on the outside. And Shearer on the outside with Latrell. Shearer makes a good move too.
Yeah, Shearer cleared Craig. So what's the preferred line here, Rob? What are you thinking? Are you thinking bottom? I know, in 3 and 4, you can kind of do either.
Yeah, I think early on in the race, we're going to want to see myself, like I would be choosing the bottom just to get some distance out of the tire. So kind of like a swooping entry.
Yeah.
Into the apex, and then let it drift out to the wall, and then to protect a run, I'm going to want to move up the track a little bit. Protect that high side from stopping somebody to get a run. But what's the pit window here, Will? Are we looking at
I think we're looking at
laps?
just shy of 30 laps, I believe. So kind of very similar to last week. So we'll see 27 28 laps in that area. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. And so you're looking at what, 2 stops on 80 laps?
Yep.
Barring any cautions. So it'll be interesting as Reynolds is your leader with Shearer. He's right there on Reynolds' bumper. And we have pole sitter Austin Craig. He's kind of fell back just a little bit. He's about a half a second off the lead with Latrell and Shu rounding out your top 5 after lap 4.
we're early on in the race. Maybe we'll just pan through some of the cars tonight. So zoomed in right now is that 94 machine of Reynolds in the Old Spice, all shiny.
It is shiny. It looks good in the light under the light.
Currently in P2, we got Shearer in his RBS Racing Canadian Tire sponsored Chevy. P3, Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. The Craig machine. How many times a week you go to Chick-fil-A, Will?
I went there once last week. I don't typically go though, but it is good.
Okay.
It is good.
Okay. Taking a look at the Snap-on machine of Luttrell next. What was that, Will? What were you gonna say?
Nothing. Anyway, so yeah, Luttrell. That's a good-looking car. He's run really well this year.
Yeah, I'm watching him over the last couple seasons, I couldn't agree more.
He's currently 9th in playoff points, so he's going to need to have a good run, and right now that's exactly what he's doing. So he's going to need, specifically, he needs to beat Jason Henry, Robert Reynolds, and Steven Chu. They're all right there together in point. So
85 machine of Chu right now, the Foothills Chevy. Moving next to P6 is Adamson. He's been a contender and dripped out in his Wagner's Welding Toyota.
He's got an interesting machine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, we're 8 laps. We're ticking them away. But I agree. I'm not sure what the background is on that. It's kind of like...
It's very busy. It looks good.
Checking out the 6 machine of Phillips. He's kind of been our Cinderella man this season. Kind of leading a bunch of laps and then all of a sudden not winning.
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe tonight he'll get that win. He's sitting 3rd in points, so he's sitting pretty. If he could just have a good run, good top 4 or 5 run, and he'll be fine.
Not sure. Cutting you off there.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Not sure what happened there, but you take a look at the chase cam on him here. He's got damage in the right rear already, and that's gonna.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Like, I didn't see any contact or anything in my cameras or my my race control, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't see anything either.
Ooh, look at Khan's new paint dripped out. Mobile 1.
Yeah, I'm surprised. We're lap 10, lap 11 right now.
Just chilling.
And he's just chilling, just sitting there. The car looks great. That neon green on the top is very nice. I like that a lot. But I think he's your points leader right now.
Couple wins this season.
Couple wins. He's had a good season, so we'll see if he continues to do so tonight and rebound. But right now, he's just kind of chilling. I don't think he has to do a whole lot tonight. I just think he just needs a solid finish and he'll be fine.
I mean, looking at the lap times now, Khan he was the fastest car on the track the last time out. So.
Yeah, he should be fine. I think he's just kind of riding right now. It's plenty of time. There's 68 laps to go, something in that area. So, yeah, there's plenty of time for him.
On board with your Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah, Dennis Warnez. Damage on his left rear. For him.
Yeah, I'm wondering. There's a lot of people with rear damage. Oh, Chris Phillips touches the wall. Sorry, Robert Kahn got by him. Phillips hit the wall there a little bit. But yeah, Dennis has had a good run this season. He's currently in the playoffs. Where's he at? He is
6th or 7th or 5th?
He's 5th. He's tied for 5th with Steven Chu. So he needs a good run. He's only 1 or 2 points out of the cutoff. So he's definitely going to need a run, get up there a little bit more. But so far it's still very early. He's probably just kind of riding right now.
On board with the 10 machine of Jason Henry and his Symmetrics Chevy with Landon C on the hood and big red custom die cast on the rear deck lid. So he's repping all the sponsors here, Henry. And Henry's in the playoffs too. Whereabouts is he?
He is P8 right now, tied for P8 with Robert Reynolds. So he's right there on the edge. He's another one, you know, I keep saying as we go down the list, it's like they need a good run. They need a good run. But
you're a Lady Gaga fan, aren't you? Like the Edge of Glory?
Apparently.
Is that where you're going with? Like he's right on the edge of glory? Is that?
Yeah, he's right on the edge of glory, as you say. You know, he's not in the catbird right now. Hopefully he can make up some spots. It looks like he's gaining on Warnez and Phillips, so hopefully he can get a couple spots there.
Taking a look at now Burke. Burke wasn't able to make it to last week's race. He's also got some left rear damage as well. So, you know, I don't think you want damage at Charlotte. And we've seen like 5 cars now.
Absolutely. Yeah, you definitely don't. I would not like that because it will upset the car for sure.
Little battle here for 12th and 13th with the MRM Designs Chevy of Mike Rideout and the Symmetrics machine just behind him of Throttle Pottle.
That makes me giggle to this day.
I like it when you
the Mike Rideout's car looks really good. It has off season, but just under the lights it looks great. And it looks like Ledford, he's in 14th. He had to come into the pits for some reason on lap 8, looks like. So
yeah, I just saw that he entered and left the pits, and that's it. No other indication why, so I don't know if he was part of the carnage and no caution came out, but nothing was on our screen there, and he's just running solo.
Oh, I see what happened. On lap 5, we missed it, but on lap 5 going into 3, Pottle got loose and hit Warnez a little bit and just took Ledford out. Just no caution. Ledford didn't spin all the way around, looks like. So
on lap 5 there?
Lap 5 going into 3.
Let's see what happens here.
You can focus on Pottle there.
My SpeedZone TV replay.
And while he's getting that replay, just to kind of update you on the leaders, Robert Reynolds dropped to a 6th lead over here. Craig is 1.5 back, and Steven Shue.
Tough break for Ledford there. You called it, Will. We found it. And he's able to, you know, kudos to him for keeping the race green, but also a tough break because, you know, without a caution, he's pretty much out of contention right now.
For sure.
And remember last week, he had a heck of a performance.
Yeah, he dominated.
Yeah, and then I believe his comment was that he didn't take tires, so that pit stop, and then that just threw him out of contention.
Yeah, his tires weren't. He meant to take tires, from what it sounded like, but the tires just didn't. They weren't checked. He didn't have them checked on accident. So that's what I got out of it anyway.
So on board now with Reynolds is our current leader. I think he's just led every lap.
So far, yep.
So far.
There's 21 complete. They're on the 22nd lap now. So. Yeah, he's pretty much taking this race over from Austin Craig, our pole sitter, since the get-go, and just set sail. The top 6 or so are just in a line, just riding around about a half a second apart from each other. Robert Kahn's up to 6th. He's coming a little bit, so he's making up some time. Trying to look here. So just to kind of give you a idea of how close points are, I know you've put the graphic up, but You're only talking 6 points from first to 8th. So if something happened to Reynolds or even Khan tonight and he finishes 13th or 14th, he could miss this round of playoffs.
Well, it's heads-up racing, right? So
yep.
These playoff drivers, they're racing against themselves. So there's 11 drivers tonight that, you know, if you finish first, just like you said, or last out of the 11, you might be in trouble.
Yep. Henry's working on Warnez for P8 right now. Chris Phillips has fell back. I think that damage has really gotten him. He hit the wall there as well. He's back in 9th or 10th. So, yeah, it's unfortunate for him. I know he's probably wanting a caution to get that prepared.
Well, yeah, it's Warnez, Phillips, and who else had damage? Was it Burke? I forget.
Burke. Yeah, Burke had damage, I believe.
Yeah, and it's just like you got a parachute at the end of your car. It doesn't matter what you
do. Yeah.
So lap 26, Will, you know, here we are with SpeedZone TV. Robert Warren's up in the booth with my big buddy and little big buddy, William Ridgway, broadcast tonight for Lightning Esports Race 9 at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Lightning Craps 80 lapper. This is round 1 of the playoffs. The race number 2 in round 1, where these drivers are going to duke it out.
We had just had a change for the lead. Reynolds has fell back to 3rd. I don't know if he's saving fuel or what, but Shearer has taken the lead with Craig in 2nd. And we're coming up on pit.
Yeah,
we're coming up on the pit stop.
I just don't know if it's worth saving fuel or if he's just ducking in. You know, is he getting ready to duck in and doesn't want to get the little knock on his bumper?
That's possible, yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad strategy.
Bud Shear is coming in this time. Chris Phillips is coming in this time, it looks like. Reynolds is coming in. Looks like most people are coming in. Steven Chu,
Chaos.
Robert Kahn. Robert Kahn shot to 2nd coming into the pits. He gained about 3 spots there. That was crazy. He overlapped Craig, Chu, and Reynolds in that pit stop entry.
That's crazy. We're going to see how they shuffle out of the pits as well. But, like, you know, if you're one of these drivers that has damage here, are you using a fast repair? Like, are you getting that thing jacked up? Are you saving it, like, and falling back? So what kind of race are you running, right? So,
I mean, it depends on where I'm at. If I'm in the back already, I'm just going to save it.
Here's the second group of cars coming in is Adamson, Henry, and Rideout.
Bud Shearer looks like he's going to have a healthy lead of about a 2nd over Kahn. Coming out of the pits, Austin Craig, Reynolds, and Shu are your top 5 coming out of the pits in that first group. Oh, Reynolds, oh, he almost lost it out of 4 there. That was a great save by him.
And that's not what he needs tonight. And Warren's almost does it too.
Warren's almost does it too, yeah.
Tires are cold. Here comes Phillips. We'll take a look at Phillips's butt and see if he's still got that damage or if his crew has been able to... Oh, caution is out.
Yellow flag is out.
I'm showing Burke has...
he is dead. He is in the wall.
He's dead.
Well,
oh, my God.
I mean, his car was dead. That's what I meant to say.
Lap 31. This is going to stack up the field. So, like, I just saw Phillips had damage there. So let's take a look at our SpeedZone TV instant replay here and see what happens here. Taking a look at Burke. Good old quarter speed here. Entering into one. Does he just gets loose on entry? He's still got the damage in the rear. Oh, well, I see what you're saying. He might be hitting up the ambulance after that contact with the wall, and unfortunately,
Yeah,
Ledford
that was rough.
gets a little piece of him. I mean, do these guys go in here and top up for fuel, or probably not?
Yeah.
I mean, you need to.
They're coming in. I don't think you need to, but that's less fuel you have to take later. So you might just come in for a splash.
Well,
You know,
Shear didn't go in, so Shu and Khan went in.
Khan, Warnes, Latrell, Ledford, Pottle,
And
Phillips.
You're right. It's just they're just taking a splash and getting guns.
Or fixing damage. Well, either one.
I mean, I'd definitely be getting my bumper jacked up, you know.
Right.
If it was tweaked a little bit.
Oh, for sure. Instead of using your fast repair, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I mean, oftentimes, like your pit crew needs like, 10, 20 seconds to fix that. You're probably looking at a 1 minute pace lap under caution at least, or more, like
Absolutely.
minute and a half. I don't know. 1:10,
Absolutely.
I guess. Just look at the last lap time, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, they're going to be able to make it to like lap 60-ish. Let's go 65 now with the caution. And
roughly, yeah, give or take 60 or 65 in that area.
And then you got a 15-lap shootout, so somebody's going to bolt on 2 or 4 tires, or it's going to be the difference. Khan's coming down again.
Khan, Shu, Latrell, Warnes, yeah, Phillips. They're coming down again to get fuel. Are they going to try and save? I don't think you can. There's no way you can save an extra.
You'd be doing like 10 mile an hour down the speedway.
Yeah,
that's just not the move.
Yeah, I agree. There's too many laps to go. Unless they're just getting more damage fixed.
Well, I don't think Khan or Shu had any damage. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know Warnes had a little bit from when Pottle hit him and Ledford, I believe, on lap 5. So.
That's crazy. Happy that the cameraman up in the booth is able to get a peep at it. So after we're done tonight's race, lights are off on the pace car, so it won't take too long. But our next up, we're going to Homestead for the start of round 2 in the playoffs. 7 drivers are going to advance. We're going to have 1 wild card. So that's what we're waiting to cook down tonight with. What is that, 47 laps to go?
Mm-hmm. Yep, 47 to go. So Bud Shear, Austin Craig, Dale Adamson, Robert Reynolds. I was going to say Robert Warren. Robert Reynolds and Mike Rideout is your top 5 coming to the green here.
Taking a look at the starter with the green flag up in the air, and see the cameraman wait for those cars to enter. Green. Shearer gets a great start.
He does.
He's gone. Adamson's in tow. We saw the initial start of the race where that outside line just went to Gapplebee's.
Yeah, I think I don't know if the outside's where you want to be at the start. If you're P1, I would definitely start on the inside. But outside of that, I mean, outside's not a bad place to be. And you know what that caution did was save Reynolds. Because
100%.
He got real loose there and lost a ton of track position. Now he's back up fighting for P2, P3 with Craig and Adamson.
Well, this is going to be interesting for the second half of the field, because now, you mentioned it earlier with how people finish in the playoff ranks as to whether they're going to, get bumped with how they finish. So You know, you see Khan getting on the inside of right now, and Phillips following as well, with Shu in behind. So there's a whole train, even Luttrell.
Yeah, we got Adamson right on the back bumper here. Kind of backed off there. But yeah, I know Khan said last week that Charlotte wasn't his track, so I'm just surprised he's not up there more.
I mean, it's got some turns and some banking, Khan. What are we doing, you know?
It does have some turns and some banking, that's for sure.
Just saw him brush the wall coming out of turn 2.
We have a three-way battle for the lead. Adamson is all over here right now. Looks like he's trying to get to the high side. Oh. Yeah. We both saw it at the same time.
Yeah. It's like we were holding hands watching it together.
He slammed the wall there.
Take a look a little bit further back because there's a battle here.
He didn't get a 2X out of it, so he'll be fine.
It looks like the second half of the field is kind of spread out a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like from P4 all the way to the back where Warnez is pretty separated and all that, but the front three are right there together. What have we got? So we've got Bud Shear. He's won twice this year at Iowa and Watkins Glen. It's like Austin Craig. He won at Chicagoland. Robert Kahn's won 3 times. Garrett Caswell. Robert Reynolds won the first. So, I'm thinking I'm going to go with Adamson as my pick tonight.
He's actually due. You know,
he's due.
He ran well all season, and he's been in contention, but just, you know, kind of like Phillips. Kind of wasn't in the right spot when that checkered flag was coming out.
Yeah, Adamson's been strong all season. Him and Phillips are definitely due for a win before the season's over with. This would be a big win going into round 2 for Adamson.
100%. Sometimes the driver just needs a little bit of momentum to get it done, right? So
it's like Robert Kahn, he has just moved into 7th over Pottle. Chris Phillips has taken 8th from Pottle. Looks like Pottle's going backwards. I don't know if something's wrong. Stephen Shu's now going by her on the outside.
Yeah, I think once somebody gets to your outside there, it's kind of hard to hold that momentum. You don't have the room to run up the track. Oh, we're on the closing door at motion.
No change up front. Now we're watching this battle for P8, P9.
Like the whole train's gonna go by.
Yeah.
The trail under Shu as well got a little run there.
Wonder what's going on with Warnez. He is riding shotgun on the field right now, and I'm not sure. Yeah, P12. So it looks like his car is clean. I'm just wondering if he is just kind of waiting. I mean, we're over halfway right now, so I don't know how much waiting.
Yeah, it's time to go. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
3.5 seconds back from the leader.
Yeah, he's not too bad.
Not too bad, but you know, it's not also where I want to be. You know,
absolutely not.
Second race of the first round of the playoffs here.
Yeah, with him being essentially one or 2 points out of the cutoff.
Otto completes the shuffle and is now
shotgun on the field.
Yeah.
Bud Shearer is still your leader. Dale Adamson. Robert Reynolds has moved into P3 with Jason Henry P4, another good run. Austin Craig's back to P5. And Robert Kahn is making his way towards that front pack in P6. Henry's going for P3 right now.
Henry's
going
cooking.
For P5. Yeah, Henry is cooking.
He came to fight in the playoffs. You know, you always got to wonder about when somebody shows speed over the rest of the field. Are they pushing a little too hard? Is it going to cost them later?
I don't think so. Adamson getting in the wall there a little bit. If he was pushing too hard, he would have came earlier.
Well, I mean, he just ran 2/10 quicker than the leader the last lap, and now just
right.
a half-tenth the current lap. So,
but you only have another 10 laps on your tires anyway.
It's time to go.
Yeah, if you're going to use them, right? As he closes in on Reynolds, Robert Kahn is pressuring Dale Adamson for P4 right now. Bud Shearer still's got about a half a second lead, 4/10, 5/10. Henry's been putting in some practice. Because we've been around this league for a while, and he's been running really well this season.
Seems to be a playoff type of man right now.
He is a former Road to Pro winner. You didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He is
making a move on Reynolds right now.
Moving into second position, or attempting to.
I think it's going to be hard to complete the pass on the bottom there.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's late in the run. Dale Adamson has fell way back. I'm not sure if his tires just fell off or what's going on there. I know he hit the wall there a little bit about midway through that run.
Henry meets him at the line and down the backstretch. He's got about a quarter car. He's trying to break the draft there, going down the backstretch. Looks like Reynolds is just hanging on the outside row.
Yeah, Henry just needs to door him up the track and get it over. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, Reynolds doing a great job on the outside there, giving him plenty of space, letting Henry kind of work the bottom. Looks like he's going to get clear. He does.
Closes the door, and Reynolds scuffs the wall just a touch.
He did self-clear a little bit, but overall.
Taking a look a little bit further back and amongst Phillip, Shue, Craig, Rideout, and Mornez.
Robert Kahn passing Reynolds for P3. The Robert running together.
Mornez makes a charge on Rideout on the outside.
Austin Craig has also fell way back. I'm not sure what happened there.
Sometimes, like, I feel like
one point.
You get like the shadow damage, where it might show 0, but your car is just dragging for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because we saw Craig won a few races ago and had a heck of a performance.
Yeah, he's been a top 3 car most of the season. So he may have touched the wall, kind of like Adamson did there earlier, and we didn't catch it. Because I've seen multiple drivers hit that wall going into the corner, and I've done it myself. So not much I can
Not
say
you.
about that.
Not you.
Yeah, believe it or not, Henry has run down Shearer and is on his back bumper for the lead.
Some metrics. Landon C. Big red custom diecast. Henry Chevy is putting on a show tonight for sure.
We should be coming to pit stops in the next 4 or 5 laps.
I mean, 25 laps to go, so I mean, if this stays green, you could technically go any time.
Yes, I think they're everybody's in their fuel window. If they come now. It looks like Austin Craig is coming in now. He's in the pit. I don't see any damage on his machine, so I'm wondering if he just wore out his tires a little much.
Or he's looking at the strategy where it's like Adamson's going. He just preserved those left side tires, right?
No, he's taking 4. Craig is taking 4. Reynolds, Adamson, Luttrell, all in the pit. Craig is leaving. It looks like a clean pit stop for him. He did take 4.
Well, if you're gonna pit early, you have to take 4. But if you're pitting late,
for sure,
your only option is to take 2.
I wonder if anybody will try to take 2. Bud Shearer comes into the pit. Gives the lead to Jason Henry. Warnez is in the pit. Looks like everybody, so far, I don't see any penalties, so that's good.
Like, great run for Henry. We haven't seen him dominate and pull the field. Like, the last 5-10 laps or so, you just watch him charged up to the front. And, looking at lap times, he's running about a 10th quicker than Con right now in P2.
Yeah, but the longer they run, I mean, there's only 20 laps left. The longer they run, is he going to run out of time? Here, he's coming in the pits now. Con is staying out another lap.
Are you bolting on 2 here? You bolting on 2?
No.
Too many laps?
Too many laps. You already got fresher tires. If the caution comes out, I'm not sure how many sets they have, to be completely honest, but if they have an extra set or whatever, but I'm definitely taking 4.
So Con is still out. Shu is still out. Phillips is... Oh! He almost hit the water barrels.
Henry looks like he got out fine.
Phillips and Rido now in the pits along with Pottle.
My fear is Henry stayed out too long.
You think
we'll
so?
See. I'm not sure. We'll see. He's back to what? 1, 2, at least 4th.
He'll be 4th once they all shuffle in, and got Con and Shu coming in right into the pits right now.
Oh, Henry, he almost got loose. Or he did get loose. He almost wrecked, is what I meant to say. He lost a lot of time there. He's back to 6th. Warnez is going by. The new tires, we've seen it multiple, Reynolds did it. Warnez did it earlier. The new tires just are so loose. Con's finally in the pit. I'm not sure if you said that or not. Looks like our leader's going to be Robert Reynolds. We'll verify that next lap.
It's looking like it's Reynolds, Craig, Shearer, Adamson, Warnez, and Henry.
Yeah, that getting loose for Henry killed it. He's going to need a caution.
Well, yeah, because he was in front of Adamson there, so he lost about a second of time. So we'll have to see, just like you said, like how he stitches it together.
I mean, that, and you have to pass. So
yeah,
it's you lost a second in time, but you really lost probably 2 or 3 seconds.
Henry looking under Warren's.
Yeah, Henry's flying tonight. Coming to 16 to go. I mean, this race is wrapping up. I don't know if Austin Craig has made a killer comeback. Because remember, we spoke before the pit stop. You know, he was back in what, 8?
Yeah.
So he only pitted 1 or 2 laps before the top 5 drivers right now. So his tire advantage isn't huge.
Well, he came in on 56. I'm showing Reynolds 57, Scheer 58,
Right.
Adamson 57,
Yeah.
Henry on 60. So, you know, looking
And
at
Khan and Stu are 62, and they're way behind.
Yeah, and I think, you know, your point, you know, when is the right time and what's it too long, and I think it's definitely teetering on that for Henry, Khan, and Shu.
I don't know if Henry was too long. I just that slide killed him. Any chance he had, unfortunately.
Well, he's on the move now because it looks like he's getting ready. He's making a move on Adamson right here, going down the front stretch.
Yeah. I mean, he's coming back. He could probably get 3rd. I mean, there's 14 laps to go, coming to 13 to go. So he can get 3rd from Scheer if he really focuses in.
I mean, last lap he turned to 30.2. Our leader turned to 30.4, so he was 2 tenths quicker. He was 5 tenths quicker than P2, and then 4 tenths quicker than P3. So I think you're right. Your estimates, if he's like 2-3 tenths quicker a lap, that's a second a lap. And you can just see on the screen in the tower bar how he's ticking down the time with just a heck of a charge. Looks like Warren's is now gonna be looking to dance with Adamson.
Well, yeah, Warren's has had another good recovery. He was, you know, we were talking about earlier, he was shotgun on the field, P12, and now he's battling for what, P5 right now. So great recovery for him. Regardless if he passes Adamson for 5th or not.
Henry makes light work of Scheer. He's already around him. Somebody gave Henry some Wheaties this morning or something. I don't know. And
Absolutely.
I don't think he's going to have too much trouble with Craig based on the tire difference.
Yeah, he's got 4 lap pressure tires. He's caught Craig. He's going by him right now.
And looking at the lap time, Reynolds, the previous lap was 31.1. Henry was a 30.7, 6 tenths quicker.
While passing somebody, so.
Yeah. I thought you said wow passing somebody, right? Like it's wow, but it is wow. Kind of how he's stitching together the performance right here.
Yeah, he is flying right now with, I didn't think he'd make it up to 2nd this quick, but he is rolling quickly. He's only a 2nd behind Reynolds with 10 laps to go coming to 9. And he was 2 tenths faster.
Horns makes it around Adamson, and he's a half-second back from Scheer. Khan's looking to make a move on Adamson as well. He's 2 tenths back. Take a look at the Adamson Khan battle. Khan makes quick work of him.
Just update. Henry ran a half a second faster than Reynolds that last lap.
He's a half second back. 4 tenths back now. Crazy.
He'll be there next lap. Yeah, that's wild.
Is Reynolds saving? Is he pocketed?
I don't think so.
Come on,
if he's pocketing, he better unpocket it quick. He's there. Because he's there. Henry was the wild card coming into this playoffs. And right now he's P8. He wins tonight. He's going to be advancing. He's
Guys
all
are,
over, Rob.
yeah. Is he wants, I think you want to get a run on the high side. He's looking right here on the exit of 4.
He's so much faster, it doesn't matter.
Oh, he rushed the wall there.
Yeah, he can't do that, but if he doesn't make a mistake, it's going to be hard for Reynolds to hold him off. Coming off of 2
Reynolds
here.
looks like he did pocket a little bit of tire because he's not done fighting. Oh, contact!
Oh, he wrecks him.
Oh, going, oh, man. Caution is out, Will. Here we are live on SpeedZone TV, screaming like 2 high school boys at a sleepover. I don't know if the high school boys did sleepover, but Jesus.
Man, if I'm Jason Henry, I'm not happy.
I'm losing my shit.
Oh
man.
Man.
Some more contact into the wall. Let's take a look at our SpeedZone TV instant replay. Terrible.
I feel so bad for Henry.
I didn't know you had feelings.
Man. Henry had that one.
Let's we'll go to the far chase cam here just for some perspective. Just so you can get an idea of the contact of what was going on here. So right here.
Real quick.
Well,
oh, go ahead.
I mean, Henry's about a car length extra off the wall, and I'm thinking that Reynolds might not have been.
I don't think it was on purpose by any means, but and I think you're right. Henry was off the wall a little bit, but
Henry does have the position over Reynolds in this case.
He was for sure.
And you know what?
Yeah, that was Reynolds' fault for sure.
I don't know how it looks to you, but it doesn't really look like Reynolds slowed down too much after he made contact, you know?
I don't know. I know it wasn't on purpose. Reynolds doesn't race like that, but yeah, that was crazy.
SpeedZone TV instant replay. We're with Lightning Esports tonight. Race number 9, first round of the playoffs. Drivers tonight, there's 11 drivers in the playoffs, 7 drivers advance, and you just saw it live. Contact with P1 and P2 where they're battling for position, and that's gonna make a whole different race.
Yeah, so we've got Austin Craig leading. Dennis Warnez is second somehow.
Somehow.
Robert Kahn is third, Bud Shearer fourth, and Dale Adamson fifth. Well, I mean, I say that in a sense that he was shotgun on the field 20 laps ago, and now he was fourth before that caution come out, and then those 2 wrecked. But
here we are for the Lightning Wraps 80 lap dash at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Will showing his confidence in the drivers in the field.
No. But yeah, I mean, it's impressive to be honest. You know, he was shotgun on the field, and we were both commenting like, "What is he doing?" You know, because he's right on the edge, and now he's P2 with a potential shot at the win. Yeah, that's impressive.
And I don't think anybody had tires here. Like nobody pitted, right?
Nobody pitted. No, other than Henry and Reynolds and Luttrell. Chris Phillips got his lap back.
Upsetting a battle between those two. Henry would have had that in the bag.
Yeah. Once Henry cleared, that was it. Chris Phillips got one of his laps back there. He was the lucky dog. He's 2 laps down now. So, but yeah, what a crazy turn of events there. I was really rooting for Henry there.
This is going to be an interesting restart, and whoever gets the best restart here, I think you have a potential for a little bit of wheel spin here.
Absolutely. Especially on the high sides.
Yeah, there's just not as much grip on that high side. Let's take a look at our drone cam so we get some perspective on the field. More laps to go, Lightning Esports Xfinity Series. Charlotte Motor Speedway. Race car's in.
Oh, some wheel spin. I seen that on both cars, both front row cars.
Lawrence doesn't do too bad, actually.
No. What Warnez can't have, I was gonna say, is Khan go 3 wide into 1 there, but Craig is in the lead with Khan and Warnez side by side for second. Warnez cannot let Khan clear.
With Shearer.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, they're 3 wide. Khan has cleared. Jason Henry slams the wall. Oh no. Slams in the back there. I don't know who that was. Pottle.
Khan is looking to make a move on the outside of Craig.
You're going to have to go back and watch lap 79 there. Because we're coming to the white flag now, but Pottle she just had an issue there.
Race is official.
Khan, race is official. Stephen Chu and Dale Adamson for P4 right now. Warnez, Mike Rideout's P5. Where did he come from?
Craig's got no tires left. Khan gets underneath.
Oh, here comes Stephen Chu on the outside of Warnez. We got 2x2x2.
I don't know if Craig's got enough tires to hold the outside.
Come on, Craig. Nope, he doesn't.
Carnage and what? Oh. Pottle's on the front stretch. Stopped.
What was that?
I'm really confused, Will.
Oh my goodness. What in the world happened?
Craig's our winner here, but I'm really confused.
Oh my goodness. Watch the in-car of Warnez. What a wacky finish, bro. Mike Rideout.
I don't even
Dennis
know.
Warnez. So our finishing order, Austin Craig takes the win in ridiculous fashion. Robert Kahn second. Stephen Chu, Dale Adamson, and Dennis Warnez are your top 5.
I'm going to go ahead and do exactly what you said. Go to Warren's here.
Oh, my goodness.
Get the right camera, and I'm going to click play. Tell this cameraman to hurry the heck up. And we're going to just roll full speed. We're coming at a 2 on the backstretch. Just looks like contact. Well, no contact. I thought there was between Craig and Khan.
Not really. Not until Chantel got they got to her.
On board with Lawrence. And Lawrence has got her heck of a run. And he can't see it. Oh my gosh.
That was a great finish. I mean, other than them hitting Pottle, but that was a great finish. Khan had it until something happened. He got loose. He turned right or something.
I think Warren's got into his bumper a little bit on the exit of 4. And then Shu gave Warren's a tap as well. And it looks like Pottle had damage. Because like there was smoke coming from that car before the end, and I'm not really sure. I kind of do want to see. Oh man, I don't know if you're watching the stream at all, Will, but after that contact, Pottle did some amazing somersaults.
I've seen that.
I'm just gonna back it up here. Pottle is her car is disabled. The hood's up, so it doesn't look. I'm really unsure. Like the ill intent, I don't think it was present. But
no, it wasn't intentional by any means. No, but it's just crazy.
I think there might be the record for the most flips right here. What a crazy finish. Crazy finish.
What a finish.
Well, that's 80 laps down in the books for the Lightning Wraps sponsored race at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight. I don't even know.
Yeah, what a finish.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm not 100% sure what to say either. That was a crazy, crazy finish. The only people that could see that coming were the top two, Craig and Con. They seen, but nobody else could probably see her sitting in the bottom there.
Yeah,
Um,
and I didn't hear anything over comms. I can't. So, you know,
yeah, I didn't. I got that muted, so I'm not 100% sure either. But yeah, that was crazy. A crazy finish. I'm not sure what the circumstances was there for that, but
well,
um,
I was just gonna
yeah.
say let's pull up our. Oh, he gone now.
No, we got
Shu was just in here.
Shoot, he's in here. He's in here. So
All
I'm gonna
right.
bring him in. Hang on
Yep,
just a
sounds
second.
good.
Got our third place finisher, Stephen Shu. This is William in the booth, and Robert, my sidekick. We'll call him. Um, what a finish, man! That was wild. What did you see coming off of four there?
Uh, I couldn't see nothing. I just had jumped low on Austin and tried to put us 3 wide, and I'm just going, and all of a sudden, there's just a big slowdown. So I don't know what's going on. So I let the skinny pedal eat. I'm not gonna lie. I just I held it down, and it was checker flag or Jesus. We was gonna see one or the other.
Man, that I mean, you're coming to the checkered. You don't slow down for anything. So yeah, I mean, I think you made the right move.
Yeah,
But man,
me
that
and
was a wild
Robert.
finish
Yeah, me and Robert there, we had 3 laps fresher tires than everybody, so that caution really paid dividends for us. And
for sure.
we were coming. If there'd been a couple more laps, I think me and Robert would have made it on by. But I was trying to make some moves, but stay clean at the same time. And you know, I hate it for Pottles. I don't know if she was broke or what. I kind of looked back at the replay there before you pulled me in, and you know, I hate it for her, but it really helped me out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it looked like just as you guys took the last lap, Pottle got loose or something, tagged the wall, and had catastrophic engine damage, and was trying to limp across the line for whatever reason. And, yeah, you guys were just in an unfortunate swarm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was 2 by 2 by 2 there coming off last lap
Yeah, I mean, and I heard my teammate there, Chris Phillips. He told me, he said, "Reckon, reckon, reckon." I was like, "Well, here comes the caution," and he said, "No caution, go down, hammer down." I was like, "Okay." I said, "I'll send it."
Yeah,
man.
interesting strategy for you, Steven. Like, you pitted a little bit later, and like you said, um, you were coming at the end. Like, did you think after you'd pitted, and if that caution hadn't come out, like, were you like questioning your pitch strategy? What was going through your mind?
Actually, I just wanted to make it to the end and get a top 7. Where I won the regular season.
Hmm.
And I'm just trying to stay in the playoffs. So I knew if I got better than 8th tonight that I get to move on to the next round. So I was just honestly, I was just playing around wanting a top 5 to 8, and I was going to be satisfied. I wasn't trying to get out there and fight for it, race hard. I just wanted to finish so I could move to the next round.
Yeah, and it seems like, just looking back at the replay here as we're coming to the checkered flag coming down the backstretch, your tires were definitely just bolstering with speed.
Yeah, that's I was excited. One thing I love about Pottles League, she makes everybody go on green. There's no jump in the restarts. It keeps everybody stacked up. I will say, that outside line on the restart just was not going anywhere, and I was just riding. I was like, please give me an opening.
Yeah,
let me
100%.
let me put it down.
So next week we're heading to, is it Homestead, I believe?
Homestead. Hmm.
What's your strategy going into Homestead, Steven?
Save, save, save. That track will eat your tires alive.
Yes, yes it will.
I think the best you can ever do there is 6, 7 laps of a hard run.
Yeah.
And your tires are gone. So you'll probably
Especially if you
see
run the
pretty close.
top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll probably see pretty close to the same strategy. I'm not trying to push for the win. I don't want to race anybody hard. You probably seen, I didn't race anybody really at all tonight. Just, playing the long game. I want to be there for the finals. So I'm kind of do the math and make sure that I stay ahead and don't get kicked out.
Yeah, nobody wants to get
I hear
kicked
you.
out.
Yeah, yeah,
Sure.
that's I believe it or not, you've been doing this all season. This is my first time in the podium this season, and I won the
Yeah,
regular season.
yeah, that's crazy. I was, just thinking back on that. You were Mr. Consistent with your finishes, and you did a great job. So congratulations on that. And it seems like that might put you in the hot seat contention for the championship.
For
So,
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's the way I race. I got my friend there, Doctor Phil. We call him Doctor Phil. Chris Phillips. He's a teammate. Jeffrey Letford. Uh, he wasn't able to make it. Got caught up in it pretty early tonight. But that's kind of my strong point. Is just I'm not ever the fastest guy on the track, but I I finish pretty good. Just try to stay out of everybody's way and just make the finish and be there at the end.
Well, great run tonight. Is there anybody you like to thank?
Definitely got to thank you guys up in the booth. My wife loves watching your broadcast. Shout out to my teammates, Chris Phillips, the Dr. Phil, Jeffrey Letford. We got another teammate. It's not racing over here this year. Chris Barker. He really does a lot for me. I got to give a shout out to my sponsor that actually pays me to play this game. That'd be Wagner's Welding on DeHart Community Center Road, or DeHart Church Road. The other side's the community center. But yeah, Wagner's Welding, they do a lot for Team Foothills. Definitely a big shout out to my teammates. They're always there helping us practice. And last but definitely not least, the wife downstairs for letting me be a 40-year-old kid.
heck
I hear
yeah.
you. I hear you. Save the best for last there.
Oh yeah.
Well, good run tonight, and we will see you at Homestead.
Yep. I got to do the math, make sure I made it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you're good. Have a good one, buddy.
Hey, thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, that was P3. Stephen Shu, our regular season points winner.
That's crazy. Crazy
That
to
is
think we
crazy.
didn't interview him all year.
I was thinking that too, but we always seem to call his name and during the races and stuff. So, but let me bring in our P2, Robert Kahn. Robert Kahn, this is William in the booth with my apprentice Robert, the other Robert. Did you see Pottle coming off a 4 there, or what was going through your mind when you were closing in on her?
I didn't.
You didn't see her at all.
No, because if you look at the broadcast, I was getting loose out of fourth. I
Yeah.
saw the wheel getting straight, and I looked up and was like, God, what is that? But yeah, it was a good finish though. Besides that, man, that was good.
Yeah, that was crazy. Last week he said, Charlotte's not my track, and just right at the end here, you're battling for the lead. So, did you do your homework? What got you where you were tonight?
Strategy. I was playing around with fuel to see if I could get an extra 3 or 4 laps. When that caution came out, I pitted twice to get more fuel. So I stayed out about 5. I don't know, maybe 4 to 5 laps. I think ahead of
Yeah, that's about
everyone
right.
else.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I came out of the pits about 5.5 seconds behind first, and within 10 laps, I think I made up 3 or 4 of them. I was just closing in but I think I wasn't that fast tonight, but the strategy is what kind of kept me moving.
Yeah, absolutely. That was just a crazy finish, and I do want to ask you. I meant to ask you this last week. Are you going to have a different paint scheme next week? Or are you going to stick with this mobile one?
I don't know. I like to throw this Mope one I run is different, but I like to do the old throwback ones. I don't know why it didn't show up tonight, but I was running the old Cale Yarborough scheme, the 28 Hardy's car, so I don't know why that
Oh,
didn't
okay.
show up, but
Interesting.
oh yeah, I think it's cool. I'd always try to pick old school ones out and run them different every week.
Other Robert, do you have anything to ask?
Yeah, just that last lap you were making the move on Craig, and you guys were racing hard. You got squirrely at the end. Were you hoping that he would give you a little bit more space, or were you going to give him the door? Like if you had another lap, what would have happened if Bottle wasn't there? Would you have gotten him?
I don't know. I think I would have. In that the tires really had a big advantage, but I was I think I would have got. I wouldn't have if I like if you saw when I got loose. I didn't move up the track. I gave him room. If I lost, I lost. I don't like to race that way, and I've raced really well with him in the past. So I wouldn't. If someone dumped me a couple times and we're coming out of turn 4 and I get loose, I remember that, and I might be inclined to come up the track. But he's always raced me so clean, and I race everyone how they race me.
That after you got clear of Pottle, it looked like you had saved it, but then coming to the line, it's like I guess you got loose again, or you turned the wheel or something and turned like into Craig. Obviously, I know that wasn't on purpose, but like, did you just get loose again, or what happened with that?
I overcorrected.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because I went right and then left, and then I cut it. I didn't even need to cut it right, but I don't know what it was. I felt like I was going to start sliding to the left, so I jerked it to the right again to try to straighten it, but it didn't need it.
Yeah, it looked like after you had it straightened up, you still were ahead of him by a little bit. And then obviously when you overcorrected there, it kind of killed your momentum. But um, overall, great run, man. That was good. That's some good momentum heading into round 2, Homestead next week. First place and a second place in the playoffs. Can't get much better than that. Is there anybody else you'd like to thank?
Oh, I appreciate you guys. You guys do a hell of a broadcast, and everyone, all the sponsors that support us. I appreciate everyone. Homestead will be fun. I like ripping that high line there, so it'll be a fun
Yeah, that will
race.
be fun to watch. Yeah, for sure. Well,
Yeah.
great run, and we will see you next week.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah,
Thank
congrats.
you.
Thanks.
All right, that was Robert Kahn, P2 tonight. Crazy finish. Bring in Craig, our winner.
Winner chicken.
Craig,
Winner.
this is William in the booth and Rob talking about dinner. Good win, man. That was a crazy, last couple of laps. Did you think if Potter wasn't there, you think you could have held on?
No, I don't think so. I was doing all I could. I shipped it into, I don't know, whatever turn that was, 1 or 3 to get back clear of him, because I knew that was my only shot. And then he had that good run up the inside there coming to the line. So I mean, it was over at that point. But luckily there was cars parked there, so I don't know what the hell was going on. But it worked out my favor. I mean, the leaders crashed earlier too, and kind of gave me a chance. And yeah, I don't know. I really screwed myself. I don't know. I ran into the back of one of the guys going down the straightaway, and my car just went dead right and hit the fence. And I had to use my quick repair, and it was all bad from there. So
That's kind of what we were talking about. It was, I think, around that second pit stop, you had fell back to 8th before that last stop or something, somewhere in
it,
that area, and we were wondering what had happened. I didn't see any damage.
oh yeah, I don't know how it happened. I thought I hit him square in the bumper, just going down the back straightaway, and all of a sudden I went right, smashed the wall. Of course, those guys were bouncing off the wall every other lap and kept going, but when I hit it, my my stuff just fell apart. So yeah, after a couple laps, they just started blowing by me there. So luckily, we had a couple cautions tonight that kind of saved me and made it exciting at the end. I'm sure
Mhm.
it was more exciting for you guys too.
Yeah, I mean, you made a great recovery even before that. I mean, you were running, you know, 3rd or 4th before that caution come out, and then their leaders wrecked. And then you just, you inherit the lead. So, yeah, that was a crazy end to a great race, honestly. Rob, you got anything you want to add?
No, I mean, for me, it's unfortunate that you're not in the playoff battle here because you've
Agreed.
shown up and you've put together some great performances. So, I think even though that you're not in contention with the championship, I appreciate how you're, running respectfully on the track, running hard, running clean, and making a show for us because it's just like Will and I, we're out to dinner and we're watching a race and holding hands, and it gets weird when I say it like that, but you make it enjoyable. So, thank you for putting the show that you did tonight.
Yeah, appreciate you guys putting on the broadcast, and see you next week, I think.
Yeah. Before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to thank?
I just appreciate you guys putting it on. My wife letting me come out here and run for an hour or so, and that's it. The league promoter, even though
Sure.
I think that's who caused the pileup. Mainly
I mean,
appreciate you guys.
just go back through the replay. It looks like there was contact between the Shearer, potentially
Yeah,
Shearer and Poddle, and Poddle got into the wall hard and was just limping across the line. So I'm not really
Yeah.
sure what happened, but first time watching it, you're looking at it, it's like there's a pylon parked on the track, and you're like, what the hell's going on, right? So
Oh yeah, I mean, to be honest, I saw it coming there, and I was like, "Holy smokes!" And I was trying to like kind of turn left and crowd everybody, to be honest, because I saw it, but the front tires were gone. It wouldn't even turn left going down the damn straightaway there. So I don't think I pitched them as much as I thought I could, but they ended up getting all together anyways, and luckily I squeaked by and crashed after the finish line.
heck yeah.
For
Well,
sure.
congratulations, Austin. Like I said, great watching your race tonight. Great performance, and we're hoping to see you next week at Homestead. Get
All
her
right,
done.
guys, thank you.
Have a good night.
Too.
All right.
Well, I think you made it a little weird with that dinner comment. I don't know.
Now, that's what I was thinking. You just said it. It was one of those things.
Awesome. Well, do you want to give a little recap of what you saw tonight for the race, and then we'll sign off?
you know, I saw a really good race. I saw an exciting finish. I saw Jason Henry essentially dominate a third of that race. He had that race won, and just unfortunate circumstance there. Really bad luck. Feel bad for him. Hopefully, he can come out to Homestead and, uh, you know, have a better, not a better run, but a better result. He did come back to P7, but yeah, Homestead's going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that sentiments around Henry. Like, we haven't really seen him win a lot with our time with the league at Lightning Esports, and just hard racing between Reynolds and Henry. I think Reynolds not realizing where Henry was on the exit of the
Right.
corner,
Hmm.
and they just got together. But
Yeah, it wasn't intentional or anything. It just that's the way it was.
well, we're gonna have to see who advances. We'll have to wait for the official results to come in for our 7 advancing drivers, and then the wild card draw. But do you got any predictions for next week when we're rolling to Homestead?
You know what? My bold prediction for next week is Jason Henry winning.
Oh man,
There it is. There it is.
oh man. Write it down, folks. Write it at home. Put it on a sticky note on the fridge. I don't know what you need to do, but Will, my sidekick, Ridgeway, has said it. and
I'm going with Henry.
that's fine.
So,
I don't know. Like, I either like right now I'm kind of gonna throw it out there, and I want to see either Shu or Phillips get up here.
I would like one of them too. Yeah, want it to win. That would
But
be nice.
we're gonna have to wait till we see who advances in the playoffs. Unfortunate race for Ledford, because just the week before we saw him dominate, get to take
Hmm.
bolt-on tires, and then just let it
I've
slip
been
away.
there. Hmm.
Where haven't you been, Will?
I've been a lot of places in my 15 years on this game. So,
It's a simulator, bro.
more than once. Yeah, simulator. My bad.
My
Don't
bad.
come after me. Yeah.
So just up on the screen here, just as we're getting ready to say goodbye, we're gonna see the contact Henry Reynolds. But shout out to SpeedZone. Sorry, yes, not SpeedZone TV, but Lightning Esports for Lightning Wraps 80 lap battle at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight. SpeedZone TV sign off. Wishing everyone a good start to your week on Sunday. Will apologizes for the rough start to the broadcast when I had stuff going off in my ear. I couldn't hear anything. But make sure you're sharing out the post, the stream with everyone, throwing likes on it. And we'll be back next week for the battle at Homestead. You know how many laps that is, Will?
I do.
Man.
It is 80 laps.
Wow, that's fancy.
There's a theme. There's a theme going here.
There's definitely. So that'll be a 2-round series, and then after Homestead, we're going to Phoenix, and that'll conclude the second round of the playoffs. And how many advance out of that second round?
Oh goodness! Now you're getting to the hard questions.
Well, it looks like on my screen.
It looks like 4.
Yeah, 4 and a wild card.
Correct.
So next week when we come back, we'll have this lovely chart filled out for you guys at home, so you can take a look at it. Shout out to our league sponsors that are getting it done. They've rolled in the bottom of the screen the whole night. Just before we sign off, we'll just let this last little clip pull here because I think this is where the carnage happens. Just for you, Will. Rolling it just for you.
I do appreciate it.
And yet, I think when we watched it back, we both agreed. It's just that this was hard racing, and Henry had control of the spot. And it's a unfortunate contact because I think Reynolds had older tires and he was just pushing up the track.
Absolutely. I've raced with Reynolds before, and as have you, and he doesn't race like that. It was just Henry was a little bit lower than Reynolds expected. Reynolds come up the track and got into him a little bit. That's racing. So
that's right. That is racing. So congratulations to Austin Craig, our winner tonight, who put on a great performance. And just quickly roll through the grid before we sign off is looking at our finishers. Craig, that's our qualifying result. Got our race results up here. Craig was our winner, Con second, Shu third, Adamson fourth, Warrenez fifth, Latrell sixth, Henry seventh, Rideout eighth, Shearer ninth, Reynolds 10th, Phillips 11th, Pottle 12th, Burke 13th, and rounding out the field tonight is Ledford. Didn't get a good lucky start, and I think had some troubles right away. So we'll be signing off from SpeedZone TV. I'm Robert Warrens in the booth with my co-host, William Ridgway. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight, and we'll be back next week for some exciting action at Homestead for round 1 of round 2 in the playoffs for Lightning Esports Xfinity Series. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll be seeing you next week.